Bryant with the save.
Oh, you got to get a shot here.
Final seconds. Bryant for the win. Bang!
In his last season with number 8 on his jersey, Kobe Bryant would have his best season points-wise at 35.4 points per game. In the 05-06 season, Kobe was a scoring monster that couldn't seem to be stopped. But this season will also be a crossroads for him. In the previous 2 seasons, it wasn't good for him or the Lakers. They was dog-walked in the 04 NBA Finals by the Detroit Pistons. A feud with Shaq. Shaq traded to Miami for Lamar Odom, Caron Butler, and Brian Grant. Phil Jackson was gone. Kobe's reputation was damaged from that 03-04 season. In Phil Jackson's book, The Last Season, A Team in Search of Its Soul, Jackson called Bryant uncoachable. The 04-05 season wasn't any prettier. Kobe was the man for the Lakers, but the Lakers are trash. Jackson's replacement, Rudy Tomjanovich, resigned mid-season citing health issues. Kobe didn't make any defensive teams, but he made a third team, All-NBA third team, plus more feuds with other Hall of Famers such as Karl Malone and Ray Allen. The 05-06 season will be different. Phil Jackson returned, got the Lakers back to the playoffs. Kobe on December 20th, 05 scored 62 points in 3 quarters against the Dallas Mavericks, outscoring the Mavericks 62-61. The only player that has done this through 3 quarters since the introduction of the shot clock. Then the 81-point game, breaking Elgin Baylor's score of 71. Some say that the 81-point game was more impressive than Wilt's 100-point game when Kobe made up his own shot and Wilt was given the ball. But for the month of January, let's look at it. The month of January 06, Kobe averaged 43.4 points per game, the 8th highest single month scoring average in history. He also had a single season record for the 40-point games at 27 games, and most points scored 2,832. At 35.4 points per game, Kobe became the 5th highest player in the league history to average 35 in a season, but finished 4th in MVP voting behind Steve Nash, who won the MVP. The 06 playoffs was entertaining. Kobe would put up that game-winning shot to put the Lakers 3-0 on the Suns, but the Lakers were losing 7. Kobe was criticized for only taking 3 shots in the second half of that Game 7 loss after scoring 50 in Game 6. Towards the end of that season, Kobe announced that he would change his number from 8 to 24, stating that he always wore 24 in high school. Well, that was before 33, but couldn't wear 24 as a rookie because his teammate George McLeod wore the number, and he couldn't wear 33 because it was tired for obvious reasons. So he added his number that he wore in the Adidas ABCD camp, which was 143. He added the numbers together to get 8, so that's the story behind 8. See, number 8 Kobe was all fun and all. He got his 3 rings, suffered and strived through the troubles he had on and off the court. But number 24 was a different monster, a different animal, a different beast. The beast was known as the Black Mamba.
You're up 2-0. What's the story? Are you not happy, or you're only half happy, or?
Still to be happy about.
You're up 2-0.
Job's not finished. Job finished? I don't think so.
Okay.
The 06-07 season, Kobe scored 50 or more points 4 consecutive times in March 2007. 65 points against the Blazers, 50 points against the Timberwolves, 60 points at home against the Memphis Grizzlies. With just those 3 games, that was a feat that hadn't been done since Jordan in 1987. Also, was the second Laker to do that since Elgin Baylor. And then he scored another 50 points on the New Orleans OKC Hornets, making him the second player in history to have 4 straight 50 points or more behind Wilt Chamberlain, who did it twice. Also, Kobe won the scoring title. Kobe dealt with some, let's say, suspensions during this time as well. Hit some Marco Jarrett. It was a weird time for him. But the Lakers were bounced out by the Suns once again in 5 games. Now, I think the whole threatening he wanted to be traded was a trump card to get what he wanted, a team that can help him compete with the likes of the Spurs and Mavs. So he got his wish. Later in the 07-08 season, Paul Gasol. But in that season, Kobe became the youngest player at age 29 to score 20,000 points after scoring 39 points, 11 rebounds, and 8 assists in a game against the Knicks. Seems to be a constant thing, which you'll see pretty soon. But this season, Kobe suffered a terrible finger injury on his shooting hand that required surgery. But he said nope to the surgery and pressed on forward, playing all 82 games. Players today would call it a season and they suffered a torn ligament and fracture in their hand. Sad, isn't it? The Lakers have finished 57-25, first in the West, plus Kobe will receive his first MVP and his only MVP. In addition to also being on the all-defensive first team and all-NBA team. It's really a tragedy that he only won one MVP. But the Lakers will cruise through the Nuggets, sweeping a 50-game win team. A 50-game win team. Beat the Jazz in the semifinals, another 50-game win team, and dog walked to the defending champion San Antonio Spurs in 5. But they reached a roadblock in the Boston Celtics in the finals, losing in 6. Kobe averaged 30 points that playoffs, quite a little bit down from the previous year, averaging 32. Let's not forget the 08 Olympics, with this notion that the Redeem Team was led by the fake King LeBron James. But who would really fool him? The Redeem Team documentary perfectly explains that this Redeem Team was Kobe's team. Kobe's work ethic rolled up on the younger players and got them cooking in the playoffs. So let's get rid of this whole agenda that LeBron led that team, Shannon Sharp. Yes, the Lakers were devastated, but Kobe was determined to get back to that promised land. But he realized that Paul Gasol wasn't living up to his abilities on the court, as he was punked by Kevin Garnett in the finals. So Kobe said, I'm going through Paul Gasol. Kobe had to put that battery in Paul. Enough of this soft shit. In the 08-09 season, Kobe, you can tell he wanted this so much. They started the season 17-2. 17-2. Wow. Scored 61 points against the Knicks in the Garden, the most points scored in that building. Told you the Knicks was a constant denominator that keep coming up. Maybe not a denominator, but it kept coming up. The Lakers once again was the number 1 seed in the West, 65-17. Played the Jazz in 5 games, but struggled with the tough Houston Rockets team led by Ron Artest, with Ron Artest and Kobe going back and forth. Finished the Denver Nuggets in 6 games. Thus, in this playoffs is where the Mamba face was created.
Look at the
They wanted that ring so badly, and they got the Orlando Magic in 5 games. Kobe became Finals MVP after averaging 32 points a game, 7 assists, 5 rebounds, 1.4 steals, and 1.4 blocks. He became the first player since Jerry West to average 32.4 points per game, 7 assists for a final series. So let's knock the narrative of Kobe didn't want to pass out of here. He also became the first player since Jordan to score 30 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists for a title-winning team. And let's not forget another tidbit. Kobe Bryant was the league's leading scorer throughout the 2000s decade, accumulating 21,000 points. Gee whiz. In a regular season played between 1999 2000 season and 2008-09 season. So let's knock that narrative off again of LeBron being the best player from 2005 and on. Stop it. The next season, Kobe was hitting game winners, 6 game-winning shots, but once again, Kobe fractured his finger and hand in the game against the Timberwolves, but played on and got another game winner against my Bucks. At the age 31, Kobe became the youngest player to reach 25,000 points, passing Wilt, and then passing Jerry West to become the all-time leading scorer in Lakers history. But this season, Kobe not only suffered another fracture, but suffered with knee and ankle injuries. But the Lakers still got that first seed. The Lakers went 6 games with the young OKC Thunder, sweeping the Jazz. That's another constant in Kobe's story. The Jazz and Knicks and Nuggets and Suns. And they played a thrilling series with his nemesis, I could say his personal nemesis, with the Phoenix Suns winning in 6 games. Did I also forget they also acquired Ron Artest this season, which would be crucial in this playoff run. Yeah, the Lakers got their rematch against the Boston Celtics, but it wasn't an easy one. 7 games. In that Game 7, Kobe went 6 for 24 from the field. A horrible game. But the Lakers were down by 13. But you know what? Kobe didn't back down. He didn't make excuses. He didn't say his hand was hurting and put it in a fake cast. No, he pulled the shoestrings on his Kobe's and led the Lakers in a thrilling victory. I really wanted the Celtics to win this game. So my favorite player to get his second ring, Ray Allen. But I had to wait 3 years for that. And you know how that goes down. Kobe got another MVP, scoring 23 points, 15 rebounds, earning his 5th ring. And Kobe saying that 5th ring was the most satisfying. And he also said, I got one more than Shaq. And I'll take that to the bank. Now the years after wasn't so kind. They were swept by the eventual champs, the Dallas Mavericks, but in that year he became the youngest player to score 27,000 points, won his 4th All-Star MVP, tying Bob Pennant. He went 12th on the all-time score list to 6, passing many of the Hall of Famers, plus he finished the season averaging less than 20 shots a game, fewest since 2004. And like I said before, as the years continue on, the injuries took a toll on him. New coaches, new teammates, plus another Olympic medal. Gold medal. On December 5th, 2012, Kobe became the youngest player to score 35,000 points at age 34, joining Wilt, Jordan, Kareem, and Karl Malone. But for most of that season, even after acquiring Dwight Howard, Steve Nash, the Lakers struggled to get that last spot in the playoff race. Kobe pulled that team. He averaged 38 minutes a game. Only the young Dame Lillard had more minutes. Practically had sometimes played 48 minutes each game, like a true warrior. The Lakers front office became concerned with Kobe's minutes. Kobe kept pushing and ignoring it. But all that tough warriorness, unfortunately, came down on him on April 12th, 2013. All those minutes came back to haunt him as he drove to the lane. He would tear his Achilles tendon. He was fouled in the process, made both free throws. I remember that game. He was getting roughed up pretty badly. He finished the season with 27, 5, and 6 on 46.3% shooting. But the Lakers got to the playoffs as the 7th seed, but was swept by the Spurs. The 2012 playoffs would be the last time Kobe would play in the tournament. After the surgery, Kobe was out for most of the 2013-14 season, only playing 6 games, suffering another injury on his left knee. But the injury was a plague for the next couple years, despite signing a 2-year extension for $48.5 million, which some didn't like, saying it was too much for a player his age. The money could have been spent elsewhere. In his final season in NBA, Kobe would average 17.6 points per game. He wasn't the man we was used to seeing. The injuries really did take a toll on him. The mind was willing, but the body said otherwise. In the early parts of that season, he announced his retirement in his favorite poem, Dear Basketball. He also didn't want to be showered in gifts and ceremonies, but that wasn't going to happen, was it? He received his farewell tour every game he played, love from every NBA city. People from overseas was flooding the NBA arenas to see the legend play one more last time with their own eyes. In his final NBA game, he scored an NBA season-high 60 points against the Utah Jazz, outscoring the entire Jazz team 23-21 in the 4th quarter. As the Lakers won 106-96, but finished the season 17-65, the worst record in team history. Kobe became the oldest player to score 60 or more points in a game at age 37. And some was even speculating that maybe the Utah Jazz players was giving him free packages to score. But anyways, Kobe finished his career with the number 24 at 26 points per game, 5.3 rebounds per game, 4.9 assists per game, 1.4 steals, and 0.3 blocks per game with 3.1 turnovers. At the number 8, he averaged 23.9 points per game, 5.1, 4.5 assists, 1.5 steals, and 0.6 blocks, 2.9 turnovers. Now, you would ask which version of Kobe was better. Look at the numbers, you could say 24 version was better. The number 24 version had to mature. had to know how to win, how to lead a team, how to be a leader. I say number 24 was beastier than number 28. Yeah, number 28, Kobe, was exciting to watch, no doubt. But I thought number 24 was a skilled surgeon on the court. His moves are all synced with his mechanics. Number 24, Kobe, was a workhorse, always striving to be better, willing to push his teammates to be better. Was the absolute leader, a true alpha male. He wasn't scared of not one soul. Heck, number 8 really wasn't scared of anything. Not even Air Jordan himself. He saw Michael Jordan as a challenge, but also as a mentor. Kobe wanted to be Jordan in each way. As the years went on, my respect for Kobe grew. I used to hate watching him play because he was just too good, almost at times unstoppable. Now, Kobe as the man, I think for his years in the league, we just saw him as a basketball player. We saw him grow from a 17-year-old to a man. Yeah, he wasn't perfect. Nobody really is. I don't know why people continue. Well, I'm not even going to go down that route, but you get what I'm trying to say with that. But he was a professional. He was an inspiration, not just on the court, but off the court, striving to be better at whatever he did and giving advice for ones trying to pursue something great and accomplishment. He influenced so many basketball players, so many NBA players. And it's sad that some of these kids coming out, especially the ones from the States, can't look at Kobe as a model for that. Well, some try, but that's what Kobe done for the game. These are the reason why his shoes are highly coveted by NBA players and basketball players everywhere. It's the reason why he had the farewell tour. He was loved, and he wasn't asking to be loved. He wasn't going out there say, love me, praise me, like another player that currently plays for the Lakers. And a name I will not mention, but you know who I'm talking about. It's been 3 years now. I have to admit, I'm still shocked. No doubt he is missed, and his legacy will live on forever in our memories and in the NBA world, no matter what a balding fake goat tries to erase with his La Media. And my lasting words, all I gotta say is, we miss you, Kobe. Mamba out.
What can I say? Mamba out.